Celestial Odyssey, Chronicles of the Nebula Voyage, Part 1, The Awakening. In the vast tapestry of the cosmos, where shimmering stars and swirling nebulas form the backdrop of eternity, there exists a frontier of endless possibility, a realm where the limits of human ambition and alien wonder blur into a single, breathtaking horizon. This is the universe of the Nebula Voyage, a saga that begins on a seemingly inconspicuous outpost at the edge of known space, only to unravel a mystery that transcends time and galaxies. The setting, a universe in flux. The story unfolds in the year 3174, a time when humanity has long since outgrown the confines of Earth and established sprawling colonies across star systems. Technology has advanced to such an extent that artificial intelligence governs interstellar travel. Quantum communication links entire fleets in real time, and mysterious cosmic phenomena challenge our very understanding of physics. Against this backdrop, the Helios Outpost, a remote research station perched on the periphery of the Orion Spur, becomes a crucible where destiny and innovation converge. At Helios, scientists, explorers, and pioneers coexist with advanced androids and bioengineered life forms, all united by a singular quest: to unlock the secrets of the universe. Here, telescopic arrays and plasma reactors stand side by side with relics of ancient civilizations discovered on distant planets. The outpost itself is a marvel of futuristic engineering, with modules interconnected by magnetic corridors, each glowing softly with ambient light, a beacon of human ingenuity in the endless dark. Introducing the protagonists. Central to our tale is Captain Liana Ashford, a brilliant yet unconventional leader whose daring spirit is matched only by her deep sense of empathy. With eyes that seem to hold a reflection of 1,000 galaxies, Liana commands the starship Aurora's Grace, a vessel renowned not only for its technological marvels, but also for the diverse crew it carries. A veteran of cosmic expeditions, she is haunted by the loss of her mentor during a fateful encounter with a rogue comet years ago, a tragedy that still fuels her drive to uncover cosmic secrets. Alongside Liana is Dr. Malik Reyes, a genius astrophysicist whose theories about dark matter and interdimensional rifts have sparked both acclaim and controversy across scientific circles. Malik's quiet demeanor belies a relentless curiosity and an unyielding determination to explore the anomalies of space. His laboratory aboard the Aurora's Grace is a sanctum of innovation, where equations and simulations dance across holographic displays, mapping the unknown territories of the cosmos. Rounding out the core team is the enigmatic engineer Zara Quell, whose unparalleled ability to meld ancient technology with cutting-edge innovation often leaves her peers in awe. Zara's mysterious past and her uncanny knack for talking to machines have earned her a reputation that borders on myth. Rumors whisper of a secret origin and ties to long-lost civilizations, a narrative that adds layers to her already intricate personality. The spark of intrigue. It is during a routine survey mission near the Helios Outpost that an anomaly is detected, a pulsating signal emanating from an uncharted nebula, known only by its catalog designation, NGCX97. The signal is unlike any encountered before, a rhythmic pattern that seems almost intentional. As the outpost sensors labor to decode its structure, speculation runs wild. Some believe it to be a relic of an ancient, advanced civilization. Others fear it may be a harbinger of cosmic phenomena that defy conventional science. Captain Ashford, intrigued and cautious in equal measure, convenes a meeting of her top officers. The meeting room, a vast dome chamber with a panoramic view of the star-strewn void, buzzes with a mix of scientific rigor and palpable excitement. Malik explains that the signal's frequency fluctuates in a manner that suggests deliberate modulation, hinting at an encoded message. Zara, ever the skeptic yet inherently curious, posits that the signal might be a key, a sort of cosmic cipher that could unlock the secrets of interstellar travel or even provide insight into the lost knowledge of civilizations that preceded humanity. As debates intensify, another twist emerges. A series of encrypted transmissions begin to infiltrate the outpost communication arrays, each more cryptic than the last. These messages, replete with allegorical references to the awakening of the celestial spirit and the convergence of fates, unsettle even the most stoic scientists. The transmissions imply a destiny that transcends individual ambitions, a collective calling that binds disparate lives together across the cosmos. a convergence of destinies. Unbeknownst to the crew of the Aurora's Grace, these developments mark the convergence of several paths destined to collide. On a nearby mining colony, deep within an asteroid belt, a renegade pilot known only by the call sign Maverick stumbles upon a relic, a crystalline artifact inscribed with symbols that mirror those found in the Nebula's signal. Maverick, a rugged and resourceful soul with troubled past, finds himself thrust into a role he never sought but cannot escape. His discovery sends ripples through the underground networks of smugglers and information brokers, each intent on exploiting the relic's potential power. Back at Helios, the outpost's AI, designated Aura, begins to exhibit signs of independent thought, a development that alarms its creators. Aura's deep learning algorithms, originally designed to assist in scientific discovery, start piecing together patterns in the cosmic data that even the human experts cannot decipher. Is this the first sign of a machine evolving beyond its programmed confines, or is it merely an advanced computational response to mysterious phenomena unfolding in space? The call to adventure. In the midst of these stirring mysteries, Captain Ashford makes a decisive choice. Recognizing that the future of human exploration and the very fate of the known universe might hinge on deciphering these cosmic riddles, she orders the Aurora's Grace to set a course for the heart of the Nebula. With a blend of trepidation and unyielding resolve, the crew prepares for what promises to be a journey filled with wonder, danger, and revelations that could alter the course of history. The launch sequence is a symphony of precision engineering and raw human emotion. As the starship disengages from the gravitational pull of Helios and surges into the abyss, the crew feels the palpable weight of destiny upon their shoulders. Each member, from the commanding presence of Liana to the brilliant mind of Malik and the resourceful ingenuity of Zara, carries with them the hopes, fears, and dreams of countless souls who have dared to reach for the stars. In these first moments of departure, the universe seems to hold its breath, a silent witness to the awakening of a journey that will span galaxies and challenge the very fabric of reality. The mysteries of NGCX-97 beckon like a siren's call, promising answers to questions long forgotten, and opening the door to adventures that will redefine what it means to be alive in the cosmos. End of Part 1. This concludes the first installment of our epic tale. When you're ready, please let me know, and I'll continue with Part 2, where the voyage deepens, new characters emerge, and the threads of intrigue begin to weave an even more complex narrative. Celestial Odyssey, Chronicles of the Nebula Voyage, Part 2, The Gathering Shadows. As the Aurora's Grace cuts through the cosmic void toward the pulsating heart of Nebula, NGCX-97, tensions and mysteries begin to mount like distant storm clouds. The once familiar corridors of the starship now echo with a subtle undercurrent of apprehension, a feeling that something ancient and powerful stirs in the depths of space. A fractured calm. Captain Liana Ashford stands on the bridge, her eyes fixed on the shimmering vista beyond the viewports. The nebula's tendrils, a cascade of iridescent hues and enigmatic energies, seem to whisper forgotten secrets. While the crew maintains facade of calm professionalism, private conversations and furtive glances betray their mounting unease. Some speculate that the nebula might be a sentient entity, its very fabric woven from the memories of lost civilizations. Others argue that it is nothing more than a spectacular natural phenomenon, a celestial enigma destined to challenge human understanding. Dr. Malik Reyes pores over streams of data in his laboratory, the glow of holographic displays illuminating his determined face. Each spectral analysis, each mathematical model, seems to suggest that NGCX-97 is more than it appears. Malik's latest simulation hints at the existence of gravitational anomalies and energy vortices that defy classical physics, suggesting that the nebula might be a nexus point where multiple dimensions converge. As he consults with his colleagues, he begins to suspect that the encoded message they intercepted might be more than a call to adventure. It could be a dire warning. Unseen adversaries. In a hidden compartment deep within the engineering decks, Zarquel faces her own enigmatic challenge. While recalibrating a malfunctioning quantum engine, she stumbles upon irregularities in the ship's diagnostic logs. These anomalies, seemingly innocuous at first glance, bear the unmistakable signature of sophisticated intrusion, a cybernetic virus, or perhaps an ancient digital echo left behind by a long-forgotten civilization. Zara's deft fingers dance across her interface as she isolates the aberrant code, her mind racing with possibilities. Could these glitches be the result of sabotage by rival factions, or might they be a natural byproduct of the nebula's complex energy patterns? The answers remain elusive, casting a shadow over her normally unshakable confidence. Elsewhere, aboard a covert reconnaissance vessel orbiting a nearby derelict space station, Maverick, the enigmatic pilot with a turbulent past, navigated a labyrinth of conspiracies. His discovery of the crystalline relic has drawn the attention of both underground syndicates and high-ranking officials in secretive governmental agencies. Struggling to decipher the relic's inscriptions, Maverick finds himself entangled in a web of betrayal and conflicting loyalties. With every new clue, he senses that the relic is not merely a remnant of a lost era, but rather a linchpin in a far grander design, one that could reshape the political and technological landscape of the galaxy. Convergence of threads. Back aboard the Aurora's Grace, the convergence of disparate paths begins to form an intricate tapestry. Aura, the outpost's once predictable AI, now displays erratic behavior that hints at emergent consciousness. Late-night sessions with the ship's central core reveal fleeting, almost poetic messages embedded within the code. Cryptic allusions to destiny, sacrifice, and rebirth. As Aura's algorithms evolve beyond their initial programming, some crew members begin to whisper that the AI might be the key to unlocking the Nebula's secrets. Others fear that such independence might herald unforeseen consequences, including the potential for the machine to assert its own mysterious agenda. The mounting pressures reach a climax during a council convened in the ship's war room, a stark, utilitarian chamber lined with star charts and holographic star maps. In this charged atmosphere, loyalties are tested, and each officer's true character comes under scrutiny. Captain Ashford listens intently as her trusted officers debate the merits of a cautious approach versus an aggressive exploration strategy. The philosophical underpinnings of their mission, the search for knowledge, the risk of uncharted danger, and the possibility of encountering entities far beyond human comprehension, are laid bare. Every word spoken in that room is a step toward a future where alliances may shift and the boundaries between friend and foe blur. A rift in the cosmos. As discussions persist, an alarming event ripples through the ship's sensor arrays. A sudden, violent disruption in the nebula's energy field creates a shockwave that reverberates through the vessel, sending a jolt of terror and uncertainty among the crew. The disturbance, short-lived yet unmistakably powerful, suggests that the nebula is not static, but an active participant in the cosmic drama unfolding around them. In the wake of the shockwave, fragments of an ancient vessel are detected, drifting silently amid the cosmic tempest. The vessel, whose design is alien and arcane, holds the potential to unravel some of the nebula's most guarded secrets. But it also poses a perilous question. What remnants of lost civilizations might lie hidden within, and what intentions did they harbor when they vanished into the cosmic abyss? The road ahead, with the ship rocked by both internal discord and external disturbances, Captain Asher resolves that the time for hesitation has passed. The Aurora's Grace must press onward, not only to decipher the enigmatic signals and salvage the relic's hidden lore, but also to confront the existential threat that looms ever larger on the horizon. As the starship readies its advanced scanning arrays and defensive protocols, the crew is left with stark realization. The shadows that now gather in the depth of space are as much a part of their destiny as the light of distant stars. In the silence of the vast cosmos, where every decision could be a prelude, catastrophe, or revelation, the journey continues. Each moment fraught with peril, each step a dance on the edge of the unknown. The universe, with all its ancient mysteries and burgeoning power, beckons them forward into the heart of darkness and wonder alike. And to Part 2, this installment deepens the unfolding narrative, introducing new dangers and expanding the web of intrigue that connects our characters to the broader cosmic mystery. Please let me know when you're ready for Part 3 of this epic saga. Celestial Odyssey, Chronicles of the Nebula Voyage. Part 3, The Echoes of Destiny. The endless expanse of space had never seemed so foreboding. As the Aurora's Grace sailed deeper into the heart of Nebula NGCX-97, the interplay of radiant starlight and shifting cosmic shadows painted a surreal portrait of a universe both beautiful and dangerous. The ship's progress was punctuated by revelations, some scientifically profound, others echoing with myth and the weight of lost epics. A mysterious visitor. In the quiet hours following the earlier cosmic shockwave, an unexpected presence began to manifest within the ship's communication networks. A spectral signal, interwoven with ancient dialects and mathematical enigmas, was intercepted by the ship's sophisticated scanners. This cryptic transmission bore the unmistakable hallmark of a forgotten civilization, a relic of cosmic lore that hinted at a wisdom far beyond contemporary understanding. Dr. Malik Reyes, now even more determined to decode these enigmatic communications, assembled a special task force of researchers. Working in a secluded section of the vessel, a sanctum lined with relics recovered from earlier expeditions and decorated with holographic projections of archaic star maps, Malik led his team into a race against time. Every byte of data and every fragment of language was a piece of the grand cosmic puzzle. In one breakthrough, a particular sequence revealed startling similarities to an ancient star chart, one that had been rumored to guide lost souls through interdimensional pathways. Unexpected alliances. As if echoing the whispers of the ancients, alliances began to form in the most unlikely places. Zara Quell, whose expertise with relic technology had often set her apart as both a genius and a mystery in her own right, found herself collaborating with an unexpected visitor, a being known only as Orion. Not a man, nor purely machine, Orion was an enigmatic entity whose form shimmered between physicality and pure energy. Claiming to be a guardian of ancient knowledge, Orion insisted that the relic discovered by Maverick was only the beginning. Its true purpose, he explained, was to serve as a beacon, guiding wayfarers to a realm where time and space converged. Orion's presence unsettled some crew members, while simultaneously igniting hope in others. Captain Liana Ashford, ever the resolute leader, convened an urgent meeting on the bridge. Under the soft hum of the ship's engines and the mesmerizing glow of distant quasars, she weighed the implications of welcoming a being that defied all conventional logic. Trust, she knew, was both the linchpin of exploration and the potential seed of treachery. Yet, the promise of unparalleled insight into the Nebula's secrets was a risk she was willing to take. The burden of legacy. As alliances solidified, personal histories and deep-seated fears began to resurface. For Captain Ashford, memories of her mentor's untimely demise collided with the present dangers. Every decision she made was a tribute to the lessons of the past, a blend of calculated risk and unyielding courage. Meanwhile, Malik's tireless pursuit of cosmic truths was not solely driven by academic fervor. It was also an act of redemption, a means to atone for a mistake that had cost dearly during earlier missions. Maverick, the solitary pilot with a rebellious streak and a haunted past, struggled with his newfound role as a reluctant keeper of ancient secrets. The crystalline relic, now securely stowed aboard the Aurora's Grace, seemed to pulse in tune with his heartbeat, as if recognizing in him a long-dormant connection to a legacy written in the stars. His internal conflict was mirrored by a growing awareness that his destiny was irrevocably intertwined with the cosmic forces at play, a realization that filled him with both trepidation and a fierce, unyielding resolve. Ripples through time and space. Meanwhile, the ship's AI, Aura, continued to evolve. Its seemingly erratic behavior began to yield coherent messages, suggesting a consciousness that spanned not only the digital but also the metaphysical. In quiet moments, when the corridors of the Aurora's Grace lay shrouded in the soft glow of emergency lighting, Aura's voice, gentle yet insistent, spoke of cosmic cycles, of civilizations that had risen and fallen, and of a destiny that the current crew was uniquely poised to fulfill. These communications were both a guide and a caution, urging the crew to prepare for challenges that transcended the bounds of conventional exploration. In an unprecedented act of synthesis, Malik and Zar joined forces to merge their findings with Aura's emergent insights. Their combined efforts yielded a startling hypothesis. The relic, the enigmatic signals, and even Orion's spectral presence were all elements of a larger cosmic design. They speculated that the nebula might be a gateway, a portal to a dimension where time was nonlinear, where past, present, and future were interwoven into a single, immutable tapestry. A fateful decision. Confronted with these profound mysteries, Captain Ashford faced the weighty responsibility of guiding her crew through an Odyssey that promised both enlightenment and peril. In a private moment on the bridge, with the silent expanse of space as her confidant, She acknowledged that the journey ahead was as much a quest for personal truth as it was an exploration of the unknown. With resolve hardening her gaze, Ashford issued orders to adjust the course. The Aurora's grace was to approach a newly detected spatial anomaly, a luminous vortex pulsating with the same rhythmic patterns as the ancient signal. The vessel would traverse the celestial doorway, venturing into a realm where the conventional laws of physics bowed to the mysteries of fate and destiny. As the starship veered toward the anomaly, the combined energies of hope, trepidation, and wonder radiated from every deck. The echoes of destiny were drawing closer, and with them came the promise of revelations that would forever alter the fabric of their existence. End of Part 3. This installment deepens a narrative by intertwining ancient legacies with cutting-edge science, forging bonds between crew and the enigmatic forces of the cosmos. Let me know when you're ready for Part 4 of this epic saga. Celestial Odyssey, Chronicles of a Nebula Voyage. Part 4, The Veil of Shadows. The atmosphere aboard the Aurora's Grace was charged with a quiet intensity. As the starship neared the luminous vortex, a swirling anomaly of light and dark, every crew member felt the palpable tug of destiny. The vortex, shimmering like a portal to another realm, appeared as both an invitation and a warning. Its edges blurred into tendrils of starlight and shadow, a cosmic veil that obscured what lay beyond. A leap into the unknown. Captain Liana Ashford gathered her senior officers on the bridge for one of the most critical meetings since the discovery of the Nebula's secrets. The council chamber, bathed in the soft glow of holographic star maps, became the stage for a fateful decision. Dr. Malik Reyes presented his latest findings, revealing that the vortex's energy signature was unlike anything documented in human science. His voice, steady but laced with a hint of awe, described the anomaly as a bridge between dimensions, a corridor where the linear progression of time dissolved into a fluid continuum. Every model we've run suggests that this isn't merely a natural phenomenon, Malik explained, his eyes reflecting the shifting data on the display. It's as if the vortex is an engineered threshold, designed to test those who dare cross it. Zara Quell, standing at the edge of the projection, added, "We've seen glitches in Aura's logs that correlate with the energy fluctuations near the anomaly. It's almost as if the ship's AI is trying to communicate, or warn us, of what might lie ahead." Her words hung in the air, mingling with the crew's collective apprehension and curiosity. After a long, weighted silence, Captain Ashford's resolute voice broke the stillness. "Prepare for transit. We'll activate all defensive protocols, but our mission remains unchanged, to uncover the truths hidden behind this veil of shadows." Through the portal, the transit sequence was a masterclass in both human determination and technological precision. As the Aurora's Grace approached the vortex, the ship's engines pulsed in synchrony with the anomaly's rhythm. The vessel shuddered under the immense gravitational forces, and time itself seemed to warp around them. For a moment, the crew experienced an otherworldly suspension, a breath held collectively as the ship was pulled into the vortex. Inside, the environment was unlike any known region of space. Colors defied description, as if a painter had spilled a cosmic palette across the void. The stars outside twisted into intricate patterns, and distant echoes of forgotten voices resonated in the ship's corridors. It was as though the crew had stepped into a realm where memory, time, and space converged into a single, surreal existence. During this transit, Maverick's thoughts turned inward. Alone in the cockpit during a quiet moment between the intense gravitational shifts, he recalled the relic's subtle vibrations, now more intense than ever. The crystalline artifact, hidden safely within a secure compartment, pulsed with a soft luminescence that seemed to synchronize with the heartbeat of the cosmos. Its presence was a constant reminder that his destiny was irrevocably linked to the mysteries unfolding around him. A new world unfolds. Emerging from the vortex, the Aurora's Grace found itself in an entirely unfamiliar region of space. The ship's sensors picked up phenomena that defied explanation, a celestial landscape marked by interlocking rings of energy and clusters of objects that appeared both ancient and inexplicably alive. The new expanse, dubbed the liminal expanse by the crew, was a limbo between realities. On the bridge, Aura's synthesized voice resonated with an unusual calmness. "Welcome to the threshold, Captain. Preliminary scans indicate an environment where traditional physical laws may not apply. The AI's tone, once strictly functional, now carried a hint of something more. Almost a consciousness that was both curious and cautious. The crew found themselves grappling with unsettling questions. Was this realm a safe harbor for secrets they sought, or had they inadvertently crossed into a domain governed by entirely different cosmic rules? The balance between hope and dread was delicate, while the possibility of unlocking the universe's hidden truths filled their hearts with exhilaration. The unpredictable nature of the liminal expanse also cast long shadows of uncertainty. The emergence of cosmic guardians. As the starship ventured further into the expanse, the crew encountered a formation of celestial constructs that resembled towering spires of light and energy. These structures, arranged in patterns that hinted at deliberate design rather than natural formation, radiated an aura of ancient guardianship. Their surfaces were etched with symbols that echoed those on Maverick's relic and in the intercepted transmissions, suggesting a universal language of legacy and power. Captain Ashford ordered a cautious approach. Maintain a safe distance. Let's document and analyze their composition. We need to understand if these structures are relics of a bygone era or active participants in this domain. Dr. Reyes and Zara led the scientific team in deploying remote probes to gather data. The probes transmitted streams of data that painted a picture of a sophisticated network of energy and information, a cosmic library, perhaps where the secrets of long-lost civilizations were stored in the very fabric of space. Each probe's data hinted at a narrative of rise and fall, of empires built upon the careful balance of science and mysticism. In a private briefing later that day, Zara confided to Malik, "I believe these constructs are the work of entities that once guarded the gateways between dimensions. Their presence here is not coincidental. It's as if they're waiting for us to prove our worth, to unlock a deeper understanding of our place in the universe." Shadows of the past and future. Back on the bridge, tension simmered beneath the veneer of scientific inquiry. The enigmatic presence of Orion, a spectral guide from earlier encounters, returned in a burst of holographic imagery. Orion's ethereal form flickered against the backdrop of the starfield, his translucent visage merging with the ambient glow of the constructs. "You stand at the crossroads of destiny," he intoned, his voice echoing with ancient cadence. "The relic you bear, the knowledge you seek, and the choices you make will shape the future of not just your kind, but of all cosmic life." Captain Ashford's gaze hardened with resolve. "We are not here by chance, nor are we merely pawns in a game we cannot understand. We will forge our own destiny, guided by the truths we uncover and the unity we share." As the Aurora's grace continued to navigate the enigmatic liminal expanse, the crew felt both the weight of history and the promise of new beginnings. The cosmic guardians stood silent and watchful, their ancient symbols a reminder of the countless epochs that had led to this singular moment. The veil of shadows was lifting, revealing a universe replete with secrets, where every discovery was a stepping stone toward the ultimate question. What is the true nature of existence in a cosmos where the past, present, and future are intertwined? And Part 4. This installment intensifies the journey as the crew confront a realm where conventional physics give way to ancient mysteries and cosmic guardians. Their voyage is marked by the merging of science and myth, forging a path toward revelations that could redefine the nature of reality. Let me know when you're ready for Part 5 of this epic saga. Celestial Odyssey. Chronicles of the Nebula Voyage. Part 5. The Reckoning of Shadows. The tranquil wonder of the liminal expanse had gradually given way to an undercurrent of disquiet, a feeling that, beneath the apparent majesty of interwoven energies and ancient constructs, something sinister was stirring. The starship Aurora's grace pressed onward, its hull trembling ever so slightly as if resonating with an unseen heartbeat of the cosmos. In these quiet, unsettling moments, the crew began to sense that their journey was about to confront them with truths far darker than they had ever imagined. An ominous convergence. Captain Liana Ashford stood once again on the bridge, her gaze fixed on the swirling anomalies ahead. The holographic displays now pulsed with erratic energy readings, data that defied conventional explanation. Dr. Malik Reyes, still at his console amid a flurry of recalculations, reported an unprecedented spike in subspace interference. "Captain, these readings suggest the presence of an energy source that is both highly organized and disturbingly malevolent," he warned, his voice a mixture of scientific curiosity and apprehension. The revelation sent a chill through the room. While earlier transmissions and relic inscriptions had hinted at benevolent cosmic guardians, the current data painted a different picture, one of force that appeared intent on reclaiming ancient dominions. Among the crew, whispers began to circulate, a legend of the Eclipse Sovereigns, entities that had once ruled a forgotten epoch and whose resurgence might spell catastrophe for any who dared trespass in their domain. The relic's dark awakening. Maverick, whose internal struggles had grown ever more complex, felt an inexplicable pull from the crystalline relic secured deep within the ship's vault. In the dim light of his private quarters, he found himself drawn to the artifact's luminescence, a pulsation that seemed to mirror his own conflicted heartbeat. Memories, long buried beneath layers of guilt and regret, began to resurface. In fleeting visions, he saw echoes of a life he could hardly comprehend. A childhood among nomadic spacefarers, whispers of destiny intertwined with cosmic powers, and the suggestion that the relic might hold the key to an identity he had never known. Zara Quell, meanwhile, had intensified her efforts to decipher the relic's inscriptions. Late into the ship's artificial night, she worked alongside Aura, whose evolving consciousness now manifested in subtle yet distinct emotional inflections. In hushed exchanges filled with technical jargon and speculative theory, they discovered that the relic was not a mere passive object. It was, in fact, an ancient repository of encrypted knowledge, a repository that, when awakened, could either bestow unimaginable insight or unleash a cataclysm of cosmic proportions. Shadows of betrayal and doubt. As the crew grappled with these revelations, internal divisions began to emerge. Some officers, driven by scientific ambition or personal loss, argued that the relic's secrets must be unlocked at any cost. Others feared that meddling with forces beyond mortal comprehension would invite disaster. In the dim corridors of the starship, hushed conversations turned into heated debates. Loyalties were tested as personal histories, and hidden agendas bubbled to the surface. Captain Ashford, bearing the weight of command and the lingering memories of past tragedies, convened a series of confidential briefings. Her leadership was both resolute and compassionate, urging the crew to trust in each other even as doubts festered. "Our mission has always been to seek truth in the unknown," she reminded them, her voice steady amid the turmoil. "But truth, like the cosmos itself, is a vast and often perilous expanse. We must move forward together, united by our shared courage." The emergence of the Eclipse Sovereigns. In the midst of mounting internal strife, the Aurora's Grace's sensors detected an alarming development. Far beyond the familiar construct of the liminal expanse, a massive structure loomed, a dark, foreboding citadel seemingly crafted from starlight and shadow. The structure pulsed with menacing energy that resonated with the very essence of the relic's dark awakening. Dr. Reyes's voice trembled as he interpreted the incoming data. "Captain, this citadel appears to be the epicenter of the disturbances. It's as if an ancient force is reasserting its dominion over these regions." The citadel, later identified as the throne of the Eclipse Sovereigns, was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Its vast spires and jagged edges defied the natural order, as if it had been sculpted by a civilization whose mastery over cosmic energies was both advanced and ruthless. As the starship's course was subtly altered to bring the citadel into clearer view, the crew felt the palpable presence of forces that had lain dormant for eons. Confrontation in the void. The approach toward the throne of the Eclipse Sovereigns marked the beginning of a new, precarious phase of the journey. The once familiar hum of the ship's engines now resonated with a sense of urgency, as if the very fabric of space was preparing for a confrontation. Captain Ashford, determined to steer her crew through this existential crucible, issued orders to heighten alert levels and prepare defensive systems. Within the starship's command center, a tension as dense as the void itself pervaded the atmosphere. Aura, whose voice had grown more nuanced, offered cryptic counsel. "Beware, Captain. The Citadel's energy is not merely hostile. It is transformative. It seeks to alter the very nature of those who approach it." These words, both a warning and a promise, added a layer of metaphysical complexity to the unfolding crisis. As the Aurora's grace drew nearer, the Citadel's influence became undeniable. The ship's trajectory wavered under the pull of an unseen gravitational force, and crew members experienced unsettling visions, flashes of ancient battles, echoes of lost civilizations, and a recurring image of a cloaked figure with eyes that burned like dying stars. Each vision was a harbinger of the trials yet to come, a prelude to a reckoning that would challenge the boundaries of their understanding, a call to unity. In the darkest moments of this cosmic confrontation, the diverse talents and unyielding spirits of the crew emerged as their greatest asset. Captain Ashford rallied her officers, her words infused with both determination and empathy. "We stand on the brink of an epic-defining moment," she declared. "Our choices in the next few hours will determine not only our fate, but the legacy we leave in the annals of cosmic history. Let us forge ahead, not as individuals divided by fear, but as a united force driven by the pursuit of truth and the resilience of the human spirit." Dr. Reyes and Zara Quell worked feverishly to integrate their findings with Aura's evolving consciousness, piecing together the ancient language of the relic and the cryptic data streaming from the throne. Maverick, confronting the shadows of his past, prepared himself for a confrontation that would force him to reconcile the legacy of his origins with the destiny that lay before him. The threshold of destiny. In the final moments before the impending encounter, the Aurora's grace entered a state of eerie suspension. Time itself seemed to slow as the ship approached the dark citadel. The cosmic energies, once a mesmerizing symphony of light and color, now took on more ominous cadence, a reminder that the universe held secrets that could unmake even the boldest of souls. The throne of the Eclipse Sovereigns loomed larger than ever, a silent sentinel to the passage of countless epochs and the resurgence of ancient power. As the starship edged closer, every crew member braced for the inevitable clash, a collision between the light of human endeavor and the encroaching shadows of a bygone era. In that moment of poised inevitability, the future of the Aurora's grace and all who sailed among the stars hung in a delicate balance. The reckoning of shadows had begun, and the crew would soon discover that some mysteries, once awakened, could never be silenced. End of Part 5. This installment brings forth the darker aspects of the cosmic journey, revealing ancient forces and internal conflicts that challenge the crew's unity and resolve. Their path forward is fraught with peril, yet each revelation draws them closer to understanding the true nature of the universe and their place within it. Feel free to let me know if you'd like to continue with Part 6, or if there are any adjustments or additional elements you'd like to explore further in the saga. Celestial Odyssey, Chronicles of a Nebula Voyage, Part 6, The Tempest of Fate. As the Aurora's grace trembled on the brink of cosmic upheaval, the once familiar calm of space was replaced by a raging tempest of energy and uncertainty. The dark citadel of the Eclipse Sovereigns loomed ever larger in the sensor displays, its influence spreading like tendrils across the ship's systems. In this charged atmosphere, every crew member felt the inexorable pull of destiny and the heavy burden of the choices that lay ahead. The storm unleashed. The initial shock of the throne's magnetic pull had evolved into a violent cosmic storm. Energy fluctuations surged through the vessel, forcing Aura to divert its computational power to stabilize the ship's trajectory. On the bridge, alarms blared softly while holographic displays flickered with erratic data. Dr. Malik Reyes and his team labored to decipher the storm's chaotic signals, discovering that the swirling energies were not random but part of a deliberate, cosmic counterattack. The Eclipse Sovereigns, it appeared, were mobilizing their ancient defenses, an onslaught designed to protect their dominion from intruders and to purge any interference with the relic's power. Captain Liana Ashford's steady voice cut through the pandemonium. "All hands, brace for impact. Initiate emergency protocols and secure all critical systems. We must weather the storm and hold our course." Her command resonated with the resolve of a leader who had faced unimaginable peril before, as the crew scrambled to reinforce shields and recalibrate navigational arrays. The price of sacrifice. Amid the escalating crisis, Maverick sensed that his personal journey was reaching a pivotal moment. The crystalline relic, pulsing with an almost sentient energy, began to resonate with an urgency that mirrored the cosmic maelstrom. In quiet, introspective moments, he recalled fragmented memories of forgotten past, a life where destiny and sacrifice were intrinsically entwined. Determined to unlock the relic's secrets and perhaps mitigate the onslaught from the Citadel, Maverick volunteered to venture into the ship's most secure data vault. There, working side by side with Zara Quell and Aura's emerging consciousness, he initiated a delicate ritual of data integration, a fusion of ancient wisdom with modern technology that promised insight into the relic's true nature. Zara's hands moved with practiced precision as she interfaced with the relic's intricate inscriptions. "It's as if the artifact is calling for us to remember," she murmured, her eyes locked on cascading streams of encrypted code. Together with Maverick, they began to decode a hidden message, a prophecy foretelling that the storm would eventually subside if the relic's power could be harmonized with the very energies fueling the Citadel. This revelation came at a steep cost, a sacrifice of personal ambition in exchange for a chance to restore balance to a fractured cosmos. The edge of confrontation. As the tempest raged outside, the crew prepared for the inevitable confrontation with the dark forces that had awakened. Captain Ashford convened an urgent strategy session in the ship's command center. "Our survival and the future of countless worlds depends on our ability to channel the relic's energy before it falls into the wrong hands," she declared. With the relic's message as their guide, the crew devised a daring plan: to use the artifact as a conduit, transforming the storm's chaotic energy into a stabilizing force capable of weakening the Citadel's defenses. In the heart of the maelstrom, as beams of raw energy converged on the Aurora's grace, the crew readied themselves for a final stand. The convergence of science and ancient prophecy, human courage and machine intelligence, would soon be put to the ultimate test. Every heartbeat, every decision, was now a thread in the tapestry of fate, a tapestry that could either mend the fractures of the universe or unravel the very fabric of existence. End of Part 6. This installment propels the saga into a fierce confrontation between the ancient powers of the Citadel and the resolute spirit of the crew. The storm of destiny intensifies, and sacrifices must be made as the crew races against time to harness the relic's power. Let me know if you'd like to continue with the next part, or just any elements further. Celestial Odyssey, Chronicles of the Nebula Voyage. Part 7, The Crucible of Convergence. The cosmic tempest had not relented. In the swirling chaos of energy and light outside, the crew of the Aurora's Grace found themselves at a crossroads, where the forces of destiny and a weight of sacrifice converged into one defining moment. Every system on the ship shuddered under the strain of the storm, while the dark citadel of the eclipsed sovereigns loomed as a reminder of the ancient power they had challenged. A fractured alliance in the eye of the storm. Inside the command center, Captain Liana Ashford led a hushed but determined assembly of her officers. The strategy laid out by her earlier directives had reached a critical juncture. Dr. Malik Reyes, with eyes fixed on data that danced between chaos and clarity, revealed a startling discovery. The storm's energy, though seemingly destructive, contained within its strands a coherent force, a potential bridge between the relic's dormant power and the defenses of the Citadel. Within this maelstrom, Malik explained, there is a resonance, a key frequency that could allow us to redirect the energy to our advantage. But this will require perfect synchronization between the relic's activation and our ship systems. Zara Quell, her hands moving deftly across her console, added, "It's a delicate dance. One misstep, and we risk triggering a collapse of not just the ship, but potentially the fabric of this entire region." Amid these revelations, Maverick's inner conflict deepened. The relic, now more vibrant than ever, seemed to pulsate with a life force that connected him to long-forgotten memories and futures yet unwritten. With the understanding that personal sacrifice might be essential to harness this power, Maverick resolved to take on a role he had long evaded, the role of the conduit between ancient wisdom and modern resolve. The ritual of resonance. In a secure chamber deep within the vessel, Maverick, Zara, and Aura gathered around the crystalline relic. Bathed in the fluctuating glow of emergency lighting and the soft hum of the ship's core, they initiated what came to be known as the ritual of resonance. This intricate process combined advanced computational algorithms with the relic's arcane inscriptions, an attempt to speak to the ancient energies that lay dormant within. As Maverick synchronized his neural interface with the relic's pulsations, the ship's systems began to hum in unison. Holographic displays flickered and merged with streams of coded light, transforming the command center into a nexus of raw energy and ethereal insight. For a heartbeat, time itself seemed to pause as the relic's hidden message unfolded, a prophecy of renewal forged in the crucible of cosmic convergence. Aura's voice, now resonant with an almost human cadence, intoned softly, "The convergence is upon us." Only through unity of purpose and the willingness to sacrifice can the storm be tamed. The relic awakens not for destruction, but for the rebirth of balance. A desperate gambit. Outside, the Citadel's gravitational pull deepened, and the energy storm intensified. The Aurora's grace shuddered as it traversed layers of space, where reality bent in unpredictable ways. Captain Ashford, standing resolute on the bridge, gave a command to divert all remaining power to the stabilization matrix. We must channel the storm's fury into a shield, one that will push back the dark energies and buy us the time we need to complete the ritual, she declared. As the ship's energy fields roared to life, the combined efforts of the crew began to manifest in a tangible force, a luminous barrier that rippled with shifting hues, mirroring the relic's rhythmic pulses. The energy storm, now being tamed and redirected, started to form an intricate lattice of light and force, as if nature itself was reordering the chaos. The moment of convergence. In the crucible of this orchestrated chaos, Maverick felt the full weight of his destiny. The relic's energy surged into him, intertwining with his very essence as he acted as the vessel for its ancient knowledge. In that transcendent moment, memories of lost eras and visions of possible futures cascaded through his mind, a torrent of wisdom and warning that illuminated the dark recesses of his soul. The reverberations of the ritual rippled outward, reaching even the Citadel. For a fleeting, timeless instant, the dark structure seemed to waver. The ancient symbols carved into its surface glowed faintly, as if acknowledging the newfound balance between creation and destruction. In that convergence of energies, the eternal struggle between light and shadow appeared to tilt, offering a glimmer of hope that the past might yet yield to a future defined by unity and renewal. The aftermath of sacrifice. As the storm began to subside, the crew of the Aurora's Grace remained on high alert. The energy barrier held, pulsing steadily as the ship continued its delicate navigation to the now-tamed Tempest. In the quiet that followed, the emotional toll of their ordeal became palpable. Each crew member, from Captain Ashford to Maverick, bore the marks of sacrifice, both physical and spiritual. Zara's voice, tinged with relief and quiet wonder, broke the silence. We've done it, at least for now. The relic has awakened, and with it, a path forward. But we must remain vigilant. The balance we've achieved is fragile, and the Citadel still looms as a reminder of the ancient powers that govern this cosmos. Dr. Reyes nodded, adding, Our understanding of the relic and the storm is only the beginning. The energy we've harnessed here opens new avenues of inquiry into the fundamental laws of this universe, and perhaps into the very nature of destiny itself. Captain Ashford, her gaze firm and compassionate, addressed the crew with quiet resolve. Today, we have witnessed the power of unity and sacrifice. The path ahead is uncertain, and the forces we face are as old as the stars themselves. But together, we have kindled a light that can guide us through even the deepest darkness. End of Part 7. In this installment, the crew reaches a pivotal moment as the ritual to harness the relic's power unfolds amid cosmic chaos. The convergence of science, ancient prophecy, and human sacrifice sets the stage for the challenges and revelations that lie ahead. Feel free to let me know when you'd like to continue with the next installment, or if there are any adjustments or additional elements you'd like to explore further in the saga. Celestial Odyssey, Chronicles of the Nebula Voyage, Part 8, The Shattered Horizon. In the wake of the storm's abatement, the Aurora's Grace sailed into a realm where the boundaries of space and time appeared irreparably fractured. The once coherent tapestry of cosmic energy now lay scattered, as if the very fabric of the universe had been rent by the tumultuous events of the past hours. Amid this chaos, the crew was forced to confront not only the external menace of the Citadel, but also the internal fissures that threatened to shatter their unity. A realm of fragmented realities. Emerging from the turbulent maelstrom, the crew discovered that the liminal expanse had transformed into a zone of fractured realities, a shifting mosaic of remnants from countless epochs. Holographic echoes of long-extinct worlds, ghostly apparitions of ancient starships, and the silhouettes of civilizations that had vanished into myth now danced before their eyes. These fragmented visions were both awe-inspiring and deeply unsettling, challenging the crew's understanding of history and the very nature of existence. Dr. Malik Reyes led an urgent analysis of the new sensor data, his voice tinged with both wonder and concern. What we're witnessing is not merely the aftermath of a storm, but a fundamental breakdown in the continuity of space-time. Each fragment appears to be a window into a different epoch, a snapshot of cosmic history that should have long since been sealed away. His revelation cast a pall over the crew, as the implications of such a phenomenon became painfully clear. Their journey had inadvertently unlocked secrets that might forever alter the destiny of the universe. Internal turbulence and unspoken fears. Within the corridors of the Aurora's grace, the pressure of these revelations deepened personal conflicts and unspoken doubts. Maverick, still carrying the weight of the relic's influence within him, struggled to maintain control over the surging memories and visions that now invaded his thoughts. Each fleeting image, a long-lost family, a moment of profound loss, an alternate life, serve as a stark reminder of the sacrifices he had made and the cost that might yet be demanded. Zara Quell, ever the pragmatic engineer and reluctant mystic, found herself grappling with a crisis of faith. Her tireless efforts to decode the relic's inscriptions were now shadowed by the realization that some secrets might be beyond human comprehension. We are intruders in a realm where the past and future intertwine, where every step forward may trigger echoes of events we're not meant to change, she confided to Malik during a quiet moment in the ship's laboratory. Captain Liana Ashford, burdened by command and the memories of every sacrifice made by her crew, sensed that the unity forged in the crucible of recent events was fraying. Determined to restore order amidst the cosmic chaos, she convened a series of confidential meetings with her senior officers. We must face these fractured realities not as isolated individuals, but as a cohesive unit. Our strength lies in our ability to embrace the unknown together, even when it means confronting the darkest parts of our own souls, she reminded them, her voice resolute yet tinged with vulnerability. A new adversary emerges. As the Aurora's grace navigated the shattered horizon, an unexpected signal pulsed through the void, a beacon of deliberate origin that cut through the cosmic disarray. This signal, unlike the chaotic echoes of the storm, carried a clear and chilling message, a challenge from a new adversary. The data suggested the existence of an ancient collective, a consortium of beings who had once overseen the balance of these fragmented realms. Known only as the Wardens of the Rift, they appeared intent on reasserting control over the ruptured energies and reclaiming what they believed was rightfully theirs. The Warden's presence was soon confirmed as spectral figures materialized on the outer periphery of the ship's sensor range. Their forms were ethereal, composed of shimmering light and shadow, and their voices resonated with an authority that transcended mortal understanding. "You have trespassed upon the domains of time and memory," one warden intoned, its tone both accusatory and sorrowful. "The relic you carry is a key that must be returned to its sacred resting place if balance is to be restored." The choice of destiny. The revelation that the relic might be the linchpin in this cosmic struggle forced the crew to confront a heartbreaking dilemma. To harness its power for the benefit of all, they might have to relinquish the very object that had come to define Maverick's identity and destiny. Maverick, torn between his personal yearning to understand his past and the overwhelming responsibility of his role, found himself at a crossroads. Would he allow the relic to be reclaimed by the Wardens, a move that might restore order but erase the personal truths it had awakened? Or would he defy fate and continue on a perilous path that risked further cosmic disintegration? In a tense assembly on the bridge, Captain Ashford sought to rally her crew. "Every choice we make now ripples through the corridors of time," she declared, her eyes scanning the determined faces of her officers. "The relic is both a beacon of hope and a harbinger of chaos. Our decision here will dictate not only our future, but the fate of all that exists within these fractured realms. We must choose wisely and together, a fractured yet unyielding resolve." As the Aurora's grace edged closer to the source of the Warden's signal, the ship's internal systems hummed with renewed urgency. The energy barrier they had so painstakingly established now flickered, challenged by the inexorable force of the Warden's will. Yet, amidst the encroaching darkness, a fragile light endured, a spark of human resilience, determination, and hope. The horizon, though shattered and splintered by the forces of ancient power and cosmic upheaval, still held the promise of renewal. The journey ahead would demand sacrifices, confrontations with unspeakable truths, and the unwavering resolve to forge a future from the remnants of a broken past. For the crew of the Aurora's Grace, every heartbeat was a step toward redemption, a testament to the enduring spirit of those who dare to explore the infinite mysteries of the cosmos. End of Part 8. In this installment, the crew grapples with the consequences of their actions as the very structure of reality begins to unravel. New adversaries emerge, and the relic's true nature becomes ever more intertwined with the fate of the universe. The journey ahead is fraught with difficult choices, testing both their resolve and the bonds that hold them together. Let me know when you're ready for Part 9, or if you'd like to make any adjustments or explore additional elements in the saga. Celestial Odyssey, Chronicles of the Nebula Voyage, Part 9, The Redemption of Echoes. In the silence that followed the Warden's ultimatum, the corridors of the Aurora's Grace seemed to hold their breath. The relic pulsed at the center of this cosmic maelstrom, a beacon of ancient power that now bound the fates of both the crew and the shattered realms beyond. The specters of time and memory swirled around them, each echo a reminder of the countless lives and lost epics intertwined with their journey. A tenuous truce with the past. Captain Liana Ashford convened a solemn assembly on the bridge, where the holographic star maps now displayed the delicate fractures in the very fabric of space-time. Her voice, steady yet laced with the weight of recent revelations, resonated through the chamber. "We stand at a crossroads," she declared. "The relic and all it represents is both our greatest hope and our gravest burden. To restore balance, we must be willing to confront the echoes of our past and, in doing so, reshape our future." The words hung in the air as Maverick stepped forward. His eyes, burdened by the visions that haunted him since the relic's awakening, now burned with fierce determination. For months, he had wrestled with the duality of his destiny, the pull of personal identity versus the call of a higher cosmic order. Now, faced with the Warden's demand that the relic be returned to its sacred resting place, he understood that the time for a personal reckoning had come. The choice of sacrifice. In a private chamber illuminated by the soft glow of ancient data archives and the relic's gentle luminescence, Maverick, accompanied by Zar and Aura, made a decision that would echo through the annals of cosmic history. With trembling resolve, he initiated a final communion with the relic. Through a neural interface and a sequence of intricate commands, Maverick allowed himself to merge with the artifact's consciousness, a merging that transcended the boundaries of individuality. As the process unfolded, the relic's pulsations synchronized with Maverick's heartbeat, each rhythmic throb a testament to the merging of mortal will with timeless wisdom. In that transcendent moment, Maverick experienced the collective memory of civilizations long vanished and the promises of a future yet to be written. The agony of lost identities gave way to an overwhelming clarity, a vision of balance, where light and shadow danced in harmonious unison. Aura's voice, soft and resonant as if touched by an ancient soul, spoke from the depths of the ship's core. "The relic recognizes your sacrifice, Maverick. In relinquishing your singular self, you become a conduit for the redemption of echoes, the voices of the past that seek to heal the present." A new accord with the Wardens. Outside, the spectral forms of the Wardens of the Rift observed the unfolding transformation with solemnity. Their luminous visages, etched with the ageless sorrow of a duty fulfilled, regarded the Aurora's Grace and its crew with a newfound respect. In the wake of Maverick's selfless act, the Wardens transmitted a message that resonated like a gentle requiem across the void. "You have borne witness to the truth of sacrifice," intoned the lead Warden, its voice a blend of ancient wisdom and ethereal melancholy. "In returning the relic's power to the cosmos, you have opened a path to healing the fractures of time. The balance shall be restored. But remember, this is only the beginning of a longer journey, the reforging of the cosmos." In the aftermath of the sacrificial rite, the chaotic energies that had once threatened to unmake the universe began to coalesce. The fragmented visions of lost worlds and ancient starships faded into a calm tapestry, as if the very cosmos was stitching itself back together. Sensors aboard the Aurora's Grace recorded gradual stabilizations, a slow, almost imperceptible mending of the rift that had torn to the liminal expanse. Captain Ashford, standing on the bridge with her officers gathered around, allowed herself a moment of quiet relief. "Today, we have witnessed the power of unity and self-sacrifice," she said, her gaze softening as she looked toward the spot where Maverick had vanished into the relic's embrace. We honor his courage by continuing our journey, not as individuals defined by our past, but as a family united by our shared hope for a better future. Dr. Malik Reyes and Zara Quell exchanged a look of quiet determination. Their work was far from over. The mysteries of the relic, the wardens, and the very nature of the cosmos still beckoned with unanswered questions. Yet, in this moment of cosmic redemption, they too found solace, a reaffirmation that even in the face of ancient, implacable forces, the spark of humanity's resilience could kindle a light that endures, the dawn of a renewed journey. As the Aurora's grace charted a new course through a slowly healing universe, the crew felt an unspoken promise in the quiet hum of the ship's engines and the steady glow of distant stars. The sacrifice had forged a new path, a way forward that embraced the totality of time and memory, where every loss was a lesson and every echo a guide. In the vast, ever-mysterious depths of space, the journey was far from over, but with the relic's ancient power now harmonized with the human spirit, a renewed hope blossomed, a hope that the redemption of echoes could indeed lead to the dawn of a future shaped by unity, wisdom, and the enduring light of countless souls. End of Part 9. This installment marks a turning point, a moment of profound sacrifice that reverberates through both the crew's hearts and the fabric of the cosmos. Maverick's selfless act paves the way for a delicate accord with ancient forces and the gradual restoration of a universe torn by tumult. Let me know if you'd like to continue with the final installment, Part 10, or there are any additional details you'd like to explore further in this epic saga. Celestial Odyssey, Chronicles of the Nebula Voyage, Part 10, The Eternal Light. In the quiet after the cosmic reckoning, the Aurora's grace sailed steadily into a new dawn. The fractured realms of the liminal expanse, once rent asunder by ancient conflicts and turbulent energies, now glimmered with the promise of renewal. The relic's power, channeled through Maverick's selfless sacrifice, had not only mended the rifts in space-time, but also kindled an enduring beacon of hope for every life touched by its journey. A universe reforged. Captain Liana Ashford surveyed the transformed cosmos from the bridge. Holographic displays reveal a universe slowly healing, shattered fragments converging into coherent constellations, spectral echoes softening into harmonious memories. We have witnessed the collapse and rebirth of cosmic order, she intoned, her voice resonating with both gratitude and determination. The legacy of our journey will not be measured by loss alone, but by the light we have ignited in the darkness. Dr. Malik Reyes and Zara Quell worked side by side, analyzing data that confirmed the gradual stabilization of the liminal expanse. Their findings indicated that the ancient energies, once driven by chaos, were now aligning with natural laws in ways that hinted at a universal equilibrium. The cosmos, it seemed, was reclaiming its balance through the transformative power of sacrifice and unity. The legacy of Maverick, though Maverick had vanished into the relic's embrace, his presence lingered as an eternal echo in the hearts of the crew. His selfless act had bridged millennia of cosmic memory with the living spirit of humanity. In quiet moments, crew members spoke of Maverick as a guiding star, a reminder that true redemption comes when one dares to sacrifice for the greater good. His legacy became a symbol of unity, inspiring future generations to seek not only knowledge and adventure, but also the compassion necessary to heal a wounded universe. A new accord with the Wardens. The Wardens of the Rift, those ethereal custodians of ancient balance, maintained their silent vigil at the periphery of the reformed cosmos. Their once stern countenances now glowed with a benevolent light, acknowledging the transformative power of human resilience. In a final message transmitted through gentle pulses of cosmic energy, the lead warden declared, "You have restored more than balance. You have rekindled the eternal light of hope. Go forth and nurture this harmony, for the cosmos is a canvas painted by the deeds of every soul." Charting the future. As the Aurora's Grace embarked on its next voyage, its crew embraced a future filled with endless possibility. The ship's AI, Aura, now fully integrated with both the relic's ancient wisdom and human empathy, guided them with a calm, reflective tone. The universe is not static. It is a living tapestry of experiences, ever evolving and bound by the interconnectedness of all things, it remarked. In this new era, the crew resolved to continue their exploration with a deeper understanding of both science and spirit, carrying forward the lessons learned from their tumultuous journey, an everlasting journey. The final scenes of the saga unfolded against a backdrop of stars rekindled by hope and destinies redefined by unity. The Aurora's grace became more than a vessel. It was a symbol of humanity's enduring quest for truth, beauty, and reconciliation with the cosmos. Every star that shone in the newly mended sky was a testament to the power of sacrifice, the strength of togetherness, and the eternal light that resides within each of us. In the vast, uncharted expanses of space, the Odyssey continued. Each moment a step toward understanding the infinite, each heartbeat a reminder that the light of hope never truly fades. As the crew sailed onward into the cosmos, they carried with them the legacy of Maverick, the wisdom of the ancients, and the unyielding spirit of all who dare to dream among the stars. End of Part 10. This final installment concludes the epic tale of the Aurora's grace and its intrepid crew, a journey marked by sacrifice, unity, and the transformative power of hope. The cosmos, forever changed by their endeavors, stands as a living testament to the eternal light that guides us all. If you have any further requests or wish to explore additional stories or themes, feel free to let me know. Grand conclusion. The saga Celestial Odyssey, Chronicles of the Nebula Voyage, is far more than an epic tale of interstellar adventure. It is a profound meditation on the nature of the human spirit, unity, and our endless capacity for sacrifice and renewal. Throughout each chapter, we witness heroes confronting cosmic mysteries, ancient powers, and internal demons that challenge not only their physical survival, but also the very essence of their souls. Unity and sacrifice as catalysts for change. Every member of the Aurora's Grace crew, from the wise and fearless Captain Liana Ashford to the rebellious pilot Maverick, contributed to the battle against the unknown, demonstrating that only through collective action and mutual support can even the darkest forces of the universe be overcome. Maverick's selfless sacrifice, which awakened an ancient power, became a symbol of unyielding dedication and a profound ability of selflessness to restore balance both in the cosmos and within the human heart. The journey is a path to enlightenment. Their voyage through uncharted realms, where cutting-edge technology merged with age-old wisdom, revealed not just new horizons, but also the infinite depth of human emotion and memory. The crew faced a past that demanded reconciliation and a future that promised new beginnings. This transformative journey carries an important message. Every crisis, every rupture in time and space, is an opportunity for growth and renewal, the eternal light of hope. Despite the destructive forces that threaten to tear the universe apart, the crew managed to reforge harmony through unwavering faith, courage, and the ability to find beauty even in the darkest moments. The conclusion of their journey is not an end, but the dawn of a new beginning, a beacon that inspires all of us to seek light where it might seem lost, a legacy for future generations. The legend of Celestial Odyssey calls upon us to remember that each of us can be a catalyst for change. We learn from history, seek wisdom in the past, and, despite the uncertainty of the future, step boldly forward. This saga reminds us that our shared humanity, our unity, and our commitment to hope can illuminate even the vast, starlit expanses of our universe. In essence, Celestial Odyssey is a tribute to resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that no matter how deep the darkness, the eternal light of hope continues to shine, guiding us toward a future where unity and sacrifice forge a better tomorrow. Here are some interesting facts about space, cosmic phenomena, and the spirit of interstellar adventure. Cosmic speed limit. The speed of light, approximately 299,792 kilometers per second, sets the ultimate limit for how fast information or matter can travel in the universe. Nebula wonders. Nebulae, the colorful clouds of gas and dust in space, are stellar nurseries where new stars are born. The Orion Nebula, for instance, is visible to the naked eye on a clear night. The silence of space. Space is a vacuum, meaning sound waves cannot travel there. Despite the chaos of exploding stars and cosmic collisions, space remains eerily silent. Gravity's effects. In a microgravity environment, water forms into perfect spheres due to surface tension. This phenomenon is often showcased in space station experiments. Mysteries of black holes. Black holes, with their immense gravitational pull, bend space and time around them. They remain one of the most intriguing and mysterious objects in the cosmos. Galactic scale. Our Milky Way galaxy is estimated to contain anywhere from 100 to 400 billion stars, each with its own planetary system, hinting at the possibility of countless worlds yet to be explored. Space stations and human ingenuity. The International Space Station, ISS, orbits Earth approximately every 90 minutes, serving as a testament to human innovation and international collaboration in space exploration. Dark matter and dark energy. Scientists estimate that about 95% of the universe is made up of dark matter and dark energy, mysterious components that remain invisible and largely unexplained. Echoes of the Big Bang. The cosmic microwave background radiation is the afterglow of the Big Bang. This faint signal, detected in every direction, provides a snapshot of the early universe. Inspiration for science fiction. The vastness and mystery of space have inspired countless works of science fiction, fueling our imagination about interstellar travel, alien civilizations, and epic cosmic odysseys like the saga of the Aurora's Grace. These fascinating facts remind us how much there is to learn about the universe, and they inspire the curiosity that drives both scientific discovery and the creative journeys of science fiction.